Contingency lawyers. In general, a contingency legal professional is an attorney who is of the same opinion to work on a client's case in trade for some component of the damages awarded to the purchaser at the give-up of the case. The component of damages that a contingency attorney subtracts as pay can fluctuate via attorney and by way of case. What do most attorneys cost for a contingency fee? 33% minus 45%. Typically, the contingency fee free tiers from 33% minus 45% of the recovery. A contingency rate settlement is a price association that allows injured victims pursuing felony recourse to have criminal representation, even if they do no longer have the monetary potential to pay attorney out of pocket. Victims injured through no fault of their personal ought to have the satisfactory criminal illustration they can find. However, they are generally hesitant to even seek advice from a non-public harm attorney because of worries about legal professional fees. For these victims, whether or not they had been damaged in an auto accident, slip and fall, or pedestrian accident, amongst others, hiring an attorney to battle for their felony rights and pursue monetary compensation ought to contain a contingency charge or an hourly fee. With an hourly fee, when the attorney or the felony group works on a case, they will cost a customer an hourly fee, which potential that there's no cap on how a great deal a patron ought to stop up paying the lawyer. Likewise, relying on how lengthy the case should take, the costs incurred should add up to a sizable sum. Keep in mind, the hourly charges simply can pay for the attorney's time. However, you would probably additionally be accountable for paying a number of expenses wanted to enhance your case, such as specialists and filings fees. Fortunately for injured victims, most, if now not all, reliable private damage attorneys work with their customers on a contingency charge basis. This association capability that you won't owe whatever upfront, and you will solely owe criminal prices if your lawyer correctly recovers an agreement or award on your behalf. What is a contingency fee? A contingency price is an association that place the legal professional has the same opinion to symbolize a customer, and be paid a component of the cash if there is a restoration on the case. If it is successful, meaning that the legal professional secures financial compensation for the customer both by means of contract or award. In most contingency charge agreements, the lawyer additionally advances all the fundamental expenses and is solely reimbursed these prices if a recuperation is made. But how tons is the contingency fee? It's negotiable. The actual charge will differ primarily based on the settlement made between the legal professional and client. Factors would possibly encompass the complexity of the case, the quantity of expected work required, the recognition of the attorney, and the quantity of compensation the legal professional wins for the client. This is why consumers have to continually talk about the unique small print of a contingency charge settlement with their legal professional in advance. Typically, the contingency fee free tiers from 33% minus 45% of the recovery. A contingency price settlement is a charge association that allows injured victims pursuing prison recourse to have criminal representation, even if they do now not have the economic potential to pay attorney out of pocket. With this charge arrangement, the legal professional consents to a constant proportion of any compensation recovered. Instead of the patron paying a retainer or hourly expenses over the direction of the case, the contingency settlement solely allows the attorney to be paid when the case ends and outcomes in monetary restoration for the client. In short, the contingency charge settlement will make certain that you have felony help even if you don't win your non-public damage case, and that you don't have to pay your legal professional something due to the fact your lawyer's charge is contingent upon triumphing your case and securing monetary compensation. What is the average contingency fee? Contingency expenses can vary vastly from one association to any other and regularly rely on the small print surrounding a client's case. That said, greatly speaking, most contingency prices are between 33% and 45% of the recovered compensation. For example, let's say that the legal professional secures an agreement of $350,000.